What's happening, people? Welcome to the Straightjacket podcast 146. And before we start, we always say, well, hello and welcome. Make sure you like the video, people. Get the likes up at the bottom. Subscribe if you're new. Subscribe to Nuruddin. I'm going to get cracking. Thank God for the Euro Nations, mate, and the Nations League, because honestly, Nuruddin, I felt like maybe coming around to yours and playing with the cats, you know. Honestly, man, I'm being serious. As much as they're rascal, Nuruddin, I thought, you know what, man, it's not a bad idea playing with the cats, man. You know what I mean?
The joyful rascals, mate.
The joyful rascals, mate, you know what I mean? France yesterday, Paul Labile, Pogba in that midfield. I mean, hold on a bit, Nuruddin, he's not a midfielder, is he? You know, he likes to play on the left.
He plays on the right. He plays on the left.
That boy Pogba
can't play in midfield.
But then again, Nuruddin, when McTominay scoring last minute winners, you know, and then you got Fergie in upstairs telling Ole on the phone, Ole, he's just scored from the last minute winner. That means he should play him next game.
That ball just hit him in the stomach, mate. That winded him a bit.
Oh,
but anyway, big up Scotland, man.
Big up Scotland, you know what I mean? And McTominay played from centre back.
You see the difference there, McGinn, mate.
McGinn, mate.
Woo! See that goal?
That goal. You know what, I love watching Scotland games on Monday. They're very, very kind of like end to end. They always make it difficult for themselves. Every Scotland game I've seen, like many years, they always make it difficult for themselves. They love having a fun game.
They like Man United.
They like Man United, yeah. Well, but you know what I mean. Pogba yesterday did his thing. Midfield.
Nah, the most important thing for me was we know what Pogba can do, and also the only caveat to say is that international football is more different than when you're playing, but it's because defensive responsibilities are put on Pogba, and plus he's won trophies, so he's going to be giving it even more because he's won trophies and he's done amazing things. So that's the biggest thing for me. There's this defensive responsibilities on Pogba, and he has to. But Tchouaméni, mate, Tchouaméni,
yeah, very good player, man.
See, when you play next to Tchouaméni, the difference that you're playing next to Fred and Pogba is levels. The kid is a kid. He's a child, and he's levels above these guys.
Midfield.
Know-how.
Yeah.
And then you got Gavi on the other side.
Gavi, what a player, you know what I mean?
But the most worrying thing, I put the tweet out last night, I was watching the game, and I was like, oh my God, the injury to Varane.
Yeah.
It's like,
and you just hope and pray that it's not a costly injury, because
to take him off, they didn't even get him to go and try it. He must have thought, you know what?
Something's gone.
It's in a final. Something's gone. So if it's muscular, it's going to be like 3 to a month now.
Yeah.
And in the big games that we're going to need. And so
the only positive thing, I think, was when I was looking at celebrations, he tried to, you know, jump up, but he didn't do it. At the end, he didn't do it. You know when you do the champion and you jump up, he didn't jump. You know what I mean? He did look like he was in good spirits, but then again, you've won a trophy. You're not bothered about a kind of
an injury,
injury in it. But that one
anyway, but you're already injured, and that's going to take care of itself because you just need the treatment. And then
but don't worry, we got Phil Jones.
Jones is at the wheel. Gave him the crutches. And
you know what? It wouldn't surprise me if Phil Jones stepped in headed by. It wouldn't. Honestly, it would not surprise me, people, because that's the sort of manager that would do that. You know what I mean? He works hard. He's been picking up the calls, Nuruddin.
He gives me everything he's got. I trust him. He's robust.
Last time I didn't like everybody with his hood up in the substitutions. He's not playing. You know, he's not robust. You know what I mean?
Anyway, top of the morning, as they say, or top of the afternoon. Nearly.
That's it.
Cheers with a cuppa. Cheers with a cuppa. It's Straightjacket. For us to get through this, I need a cuppa.
Yeah, get that cuppa in you, man. You know what I mean?
I need a cuppa.
My thing is that, you know what I mean, if with the games we've got, you know what I mean, for me, Varane is vital, because that back line is already a bit unsteady story. Shaw's not playing well. I think Wan-Bissaka is hit and miss, but he's been playing well, to be fair, but that's for his own standards. Lindelof, I think he's been playing well, but again, if you put him next to Bailly, it's going to be kamikaze goal, you know what I mean? Like, we need Varane in there. We need a bit of stability, because when you're playing Liverpool, Man City, Tottenham and all them, with world-class strikers or world-class players, you need world-class defenders. And I'm telling you what, mate, you know what I mean? He's been very good aerially. A lot of people say, you know,
he's been amazing in the air. To me, going to the games, you notice, obviously, like as I always say, when you watch the game on TV, it's what the camera shows you. The camera follows the ball.
Yeah.
But you see his positioning,
Yeah.
You see he's heading, and last night that run he made, because one of his fellow centre halves went out of position.
Yeah,
and he was covered. That was cover.
Yeah, I know.
You saw the speed to cut that ball out, and that's when he pulled something. So at the end of the day, to me, I was so impressed how dominant he is in the air. That's one thing I didn't think about, and he actually looks better than your boy Maguire in the air.
Wow.
Because your boy, that's the thing that everybody's known him for.
Yeah.
But he hardly attacks the ball.
No.
But with Varane, he's up every time, mate.
And his leap is unbelievable.
Yeah.
You know, his leap is crazy, man. You know what I mean? And that's a reality, mate. But you know what I mean? When you've got Newcastle in January, you know what I mean? They might even buy our defenders. You know what I mean? You never know, man. You know what I mean? We could be playing Phil Jones if Newcastle buy him, because that is the rumours right now. You know what I mean? By the way, I didn't even get your thoughts on the Newcastle ownership, man. Is it time to get scared?
I told you my point of view about that family
2 years ago. Yeah,
2 years. So it's the thing. I got absolutely nothing but love for the Saudi people. Absolutely nothing but love. It's where Mecca and Medina are based. You know what I mean? It's one of the holiest. Yeah, the two of the holiest sites in the Muslim. 1.6 billion Muslims around the world pray towards Mecca. So the idea that it's about Saudi people, it's never about the people, but the ruling elite, that family, that supposed kingdom. There ain't no kingdoms anyway in Islam. And there's no kingdoms anyway, right? That was actually set up. I'll give you historical context. It was a British invention to give them kingdoms in the Middle East.
That's true.
Right? The House of Saud. All you have to do is Google the House of Saud's human rights abuses. You can see it. They chopped a journalist up, mate, in Turkey, in another country. Forget even in their own country. They invite a guy because he wants to divorce his wife. He wanted to do it and marry his other wife, the wife that he's with now. And they chopped the man up. Chopped him up, mate. Like, sawed him, Saeed, right? And you see what they're doing in Yemen, starving people, some of the poorest people in the world, starving them to death. You see what they're doing especially with the city owners as well, they're doing it the same. Like I said, I got nothing against people who are from Dubai or AU nationals. I've got nothing against them. Absolutely nothing.
But they don't have state ownership of Newcastle, though. It's that woman and...
No, Saeed. That's chill here.
Yeah.
Let me break it down for you.
Go on.
This fund, who's the head of this fund? Who's the head of this fund?
These guys.
No.
Who?
Bin
Salman. Bin Salman.
Yeah. So, if you're telling me Saudis don't control, but the leader of your country, who's a powerful family in that country, who's the head of this fund, right? It is you who's controlling it. It is Saudi, because he's the leader. They couldn't even blag it and go, Prince, whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They want to this is your club. You know what I mean? They don't even want to do that. This is the ruling family. I mean...
But then, can I bring another argument?
Like for me, I say this, and so as somebody who believes in the human rights of everybody, so I don't equivocate. I don't go, human rights for these people, and human rights stands for, no, it's all across the board, because that's what I believe in. I've been a protester. Yeah. I'm a believer in human rights. I understand. I served a civil war. You were born here, Saeed. Yeah. I survived.
Yeah.
Right? So to understand what people go through.
Yeah, no,
so, you know what I mean?
But you know,
so I'll preface it by saying this. Let me just have my 2 pence.
Yeah.
Because the British government is like that with the Saudi. Like the British Empire helped to create the House of Saud. The British government is like that. We sell them arms, right, left, and centre. They invest, this investment fund, they invest in all sorts of things, companies.
Yeah.
Ubers, they invest in all sorts of things,
financial
banking.
Yeah.
So,
they have stakes in Facebook.
Listen, so the idea that just because it's Newcastle, they shouldn't be a Newcastle, is ludicrous. No. And then you look at what the Glazers are. So there's no billionaires that have clean hands. There's not a billionaire in the world.
Chelsea owners.
Yeah.
They've been funding,
the Chelsea owner, he's funds the bloody Israeli zealous, you know what I mean? To the tune of nothing. Before that, he's got criminal gangs that he was in charge of that slaughtered people in Russia and stole the Russian people's assets.
Will there ever be good owners though?
Nah, listen, for me, I look at it and think, it's what you're investing in. But for me, this is sport washing, Saeed. And every one of you on this who are going to watch this, Google what it means. They're not buying Newcastle because they're like doing something like, they want to... No, they're doing to wash away their human rights atrocious reputations. And the biggest thing I've got against that family specifically, and the Wahhabis that they've got in their country, and those of you who know the lingo know what I'm talking about, right? 1.6 billion people, Muslims in the world, get persecuted because of that country and the extremism in that country. Now, of course, the extremism that the British government and the Americans foster and the West foster, and they build up because they need a boogeyman.
Yeah,
for them they need a boogie. They need boogie people, right, to go and attack Muslim countries and to rob the resources and the oil. We already know. They ain't this game is up. If you don't think that if potatoes grew in the Middle East, you don't see no army bases. You ain't seeing that, right?
You know what it is here? I understand where you're coming from.
And that's the point I want to make. So I don't want to be hypocritical and say, because the Glazers are involved in dodginess, every billionaire in the world is involved in dodginess, but I'm just glad that they're not, because at this moment in time, as we speak now, people, in Yemen, the Saudi Arabian government, with the help with the AAU, right, the Dubai lot and Abu Dhabi lot and all of them, are persecuting and starving to death and doing genocide, because that's what it is. I'm going to call it what it is, Saeed, in the Yemeni people. Facts. And any of you in the comment no.
We need because at the end of the day, this is about education, right? And we need people to understand the historical context of these people. But but I'm happy for the Newcastle fans because they got rid of Ashley. Yeah. There's two sides of the story. There's two sides of the story. I will never blame. I don't have any problems with any Saudi individuals, right? Or the Saudi population as a people. I don't have any problem with Newcastle fans. But morally, but I will support and I would uphold. But then that's what I'm saying to you. So for me, every time, Saeed, you've seen me at how many protests? As long as you know me, how many protests have I? Have you said to me, what are you doing? And what have I said to you? No. I'm at the protest. I've been like, what's the protest today? So I'm at the protest. So when this country commits atrocious human rights violations, me and other millions or even sometimes thousands of people in this country hit the streets and go, not in our name, right? In those countries, that people can't even protest against them because they'll just chop you up, mate. That's what they'll do, right? They'll chop you up. They don't want any dissidents. So for the Newcastle fans, how big is this for them? Who got rid of Mike Ashley is a huge thing. I'm gonna put my fan head on, right? For Newcastle fans, it's a massive thing because they got rid of one of the most toxic owners, the guy who's just absolutely smashed. No invested, nothing. Nothing. He smashed the Sports Direct everywhere. Came in when he first came in. Remember 14 years ago when he came in, man was wearing with Newcastle top, getting in there, getting with them, sitting with a crowd. Man sold them a dream. He did though. The man sold them a dream and a half, and then it turned out to a nightmare, right? And that's why I remember from Alex. I got a friend, Matt. I've got my brother in there. Man. You know what, by the way? How is he buzzing? Now listen, he's not because he's a person like me. We both like human rights. Of course, human rights and equality for all. But deep down, in terms of No, he's happy for some of the fans because Mike Ashley's not there, but he's not happy that. So he's torn. I can't imagine him ever. Well, he's going to be in a very difficult position because from the way me and him talked for years and years, he was like, I don't know what I would ever do. I don't know what I will do because. You can't, owners will come and go, but your love for your football club is, and there are so he's going to be, I can't make a comment and just say, all I know is that if Matt supports Newcastle, it's going to be with a massive lot of horrible taste in his mouth. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? But there are other ones already. That's what you with Conte. The guy wears a wig, mate. They might get him now anyway, so I'm like, Conte to Newcastle. I bet you they probably win the league before us. It could happen, but listen, Saeed. Saeed, listen, Rome was not built in a day. So let's go. Well, we're nearly 10 years without a trophy. Let me give you the historical context. Man City, it took another human rights abuser, Shinawatra, right? Yeah, they went from one human rights. He nearly got the bankrupt, though. Right? Yeah, to another one, and they were on the up. So they were already, people knew them in Europe. Newcastle's going to take some time, but Rome wasn't built in a day. And big up to all the Newcastle fans. All the Newcastle fans again. Mbappe on one side, Martial on the other. You know how much they can spend? They can spend Pogba, they're looking at Newcastle guy. Texas like, we're looking at all the people who are out of contract. I'm checking Pogba stats. They're looking at they're just scouting. The Newcastle fans are already scouting. You know what? If they get Tuchel ready, you know what? Who's our contract this summer? Who's our contract? So, Newcastle fans, big up for them. Van der Beek's available. Bro, all I'm saying is that it's a one city club. You've been to that stadium, I've been to that stadium, even though they put you in the hills. They put you in the hills. They breed football, mate. The love, the passion for football that city has.
And how much, even to me, it's not even just Newcastle, it's the whole of the Northeast.
Yeah,
It's Sunderland,
Northeast.
it's Middlesbrough, you know, even in Whitby. The love for football that
Durham,
that part of the world has. The football, look at Sunderland documentary. They live and breathe football. So I am absolutely flabbergasted. But at Middlesbrough and Sunderland,
they must have formed a team.
It was like the world has come to an end. They're like, what's happened?
Yeah, I know. They're going to be the noisy neighbours.
Unofficially, they are the richest club now in the world.
Yeah. 320 billion, you know. Compared it to our owners who have spent $1 billion out there on money.
Listen, Saeed, they're the richest club because they're owned by the Saudi Arabian ruling kingdom.
But they weren't owned by Glazers who have hurt us for so many years in other different ways, you know. The thing with ownership is it's how you look at it subjectively, how you look at it, you analyse how they run. Every club and every owner, but fans at the end of the day are fans, and they want to support their club, and they want to brag about they've got the best player. That's what fans are nowadays. And I wish we could do that.
Bragging rights.
I don't know about you, Nuruddin, but I wouldn't even mind like being a team who just spends and spends. I'm not bothered anymore because at the end of the day, what our fans are doing is we're living in the past of Fergie of how we did this.
Nostalgia FC.
Nostalgia FC.
I'm telling you, more than anything else, these 9 years. Because that's all MUTV can do.
Yeah,
that's all the website can do, right? The people who work at Nostalgia.
That's why they brought the podcast in. You know, the new Man United podcast. They bring it in and they bring in Park Ji-sung in, or they bring it. No, it's true. They'll bring a legend.
We lose and we draw. Guess what? The next day they do.
Fergie.
I'm like, leave the man alone. The man's done enough. Leave him alone.
But they do. They know though. They know, man. What they do is they're clever.
Like that. Right, we've lost. It's a bad result.
And these are pre-recorded, by the way.
Ollie, don't worry.
Yeah.
I'll put in the pipeline for an interview.
We'll get it out there. No.
Get traffic. We'll get traffic.
But you know what that'll do? That'll show. Oh, don't worry, man. Look at Fergie. It's took him time. Look at the way he struggled. Look at the you know the way he was brought in. Ollie, give him time, fans. That's what they'll do. They know what they're doing. They even pre-record it to the point, guys. Yeah. Hey.
Different hero.
That's what I'm saying. They pre-record it. And then when we lose or draw, bang, Fergie, nostalgia. Let's get everyone feeling good for you. Get your tea and get your
Get one more. Get more of the digestives, Jeff. Get one more of that. Dip it in there. You know what? It was a good time, innit? Feeling good about that. Feeling good.
We don't need to win anything.
Next week, we got beat again.
Oh, yeah.
Damn it. Who are we going to roll out then?
That's literally what we do.
And then the Bruno statement.
Or the
Maguire statement.
Yeah.
Or the Luke Shaw. Or the
I'll tell you what, man. On the weekend, I was watching the women's team, man. You know what, man? They were playing attacking football, mate. They were good. I see little triangles. Big up the captain Zellem. You know what I mean? They were unlucky.
The second goal when they went 2-1 up, and City got lucky me. That shot me. She saved it, and it hits her.
I know.
Hits her at the back of the legs.
I know.
And then it
falls for that strike. She's
that England white.
She's literally a poacher.
She's a poacher.
You know what I mean?
She's a fox in a box. I'm telling you now, if you put the ball in the right place, she could play ball in the Premier League.
I know, mate.
I'm telling you.
And I'll tell you what, man.
It's a know-how.
Yo,
there was a cross at the ball, and I'm thinking, how is she gonna get to this cross? The ball got swooped left foot.
You know what I love about her? She had that shirt like Cantona.
Rolled up,
She rolled out. She went
I forgot her name. Something White. That's the name.
Yeah, something white. Yeah, let us know in the comments, man.
She's the England striker, man.
Yeah. But I was looking at our midfielders and I was like, you know what? Honestly, man, I was thinking...
Can we bother you for the weekend, please? Can we just take those two?
You know what she's doing? She was playing the ball forward, in between the lines.
Everybody does. Everybody we play, our youth team does it. Our women's team do it, except for the men's team. We don't do it. The men's first team don't do it.
Oh my god, man! You know what I mean? But you know what? Yeah, I was gonna go into the main part of the podcast. Nuruddin, will Ollie survive?
I will survive, mate. He's a survivor. He is a survivor, mate.
He probably plays that tune every morning.
I'm telling you, he looks in the mirror and gives himself a slap. I'm a survivor, and then he says, "I'm a survivor." That's what it. Listen, it is there what it is. But for me, even now we got injuries. Liverpool had injuries last season. For me, so I'm not making an excuse. If Varane injured, Maguire's injured. You got a squad, mate.
You got a squad, exactly. You got a squad, man. But the problem is, Nuruddin, he doesn't use a squad wisely.
He doesn't. So people will be thrown at the deep end when they've not had 1 or 2 minutes.
Yeah, and that is the problem, Nuruddin. That has been a problem. You know what I mean? You go in there. Look, I didn't know Martial was injured yesterday. By the way, is he injured? He was in the squad.
He was in the squad, but
How can he travel? No. For me, I don't think he was injured.
No, he was. Saeed.
I don't think he was.
Saeed was honestly. Let me tell you something. You know what? I call it as an honest I see it.
Yeah.
Even before he scored, he was limping.
Yeah.
And you know what? Martial is one of those guys that when nothing's wrong with him, you know how he moves, innit?
Yeah.
But he kept going that wincing. So when he came on my side in the second half, I was looking at him going.
But where's it United in the injury people medical department? Where they not saying, yo, listen, where are you going, son? You're injured. Where are they then?
So listen, it depends on the severity of the injury, and obviously it's 2 weeks, innit? Martial's like, I want to be with the boys. I want to see, because the French are a winning team. They actually like each other. That's why they have that amazing team spirit. Yeah, they have that amazing team spirit. And he was involved, like playing a couple of games or whatever. And the reason why, because he didn't want to just risk him, but he was well enough to come and see if he can recover. Because sometimes you can go. I mean, amount of times Rashford has gone to the England squad when he's carrying an injury. Do you know what I mean?
Sure, I know what you mean.
But again, it depends on the level. And look, Luke Shaw's gone. He's been ill and he's been injured. He had a shoulder injury and he's been ill, and we can see that he's not fully fit. And he's in the England squad. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
So it's sometimes the place like a little holiday just to get out of it, especially when you've had a bad result. There's a bit of a smell around the club. You know what I mean? But a bit of toxic smell around the club. So you want to just get out. So that's why he's gone. But Saeed, honestly, I will never make excuses for Oli. You know that in that sense. Martial, before he even scored, he was injured, right? And he kept limping, and I'm thinking, you know what? He might have to come off, and that's what happened. So the fact that he didn't get on yesterday when France were making attacking substitutions, but the funniest thing about last night's game was the right wing back.
Yeah, Pavard.
When the captain is having a go at you because you're not getting in position for you to receive the ball, and you make, even though it was bad because Lloris kept whacking the ball out.
Yeah, I know.
His ball
but they played better after he came off.
Yeah. His ball distribution, because they got more of an attacking guy.
Yeah, Dubois. They're not telling you about that 2 years ago. I said United, when we were talking about right backs here, Dubois was in that name. Talk about attacking fullbacks.
The man absolutely sent him to do his dishes. He sent Laporte to do his dishes.
Yeah, I know.
Because he was like, listen, the dishes need a bit of scrubbing. I've been doing a barbecue. The barbecue grill needs a bit of scrubbing. The way he megged him was just
crazy.
Absolutely
crazy, mate.
Just on that run he went under. So, but the way he got hauled off, and then the guy gave him his jacket, he threw his jacket. The guy, he picks up his shin pads, he throws his shin pads.
But at least, you know what I mean?
Because the captain's shouting at him, and the manager's looking going,
I wish you did that at United, man, you know what I mean? Just to see a bit of kind of like, but it's that kind of like, nicey.
But you see the difference in terms of managing Pogba. When there's responsibility, Pogba was screaming. I've never seen Pogba more animated in a game.
The way he
no, not even that. The way he was animated, the way he had the ball and he was screaming at his players, come short.
Yeah.
But because France, they can do that because they're allowed to have demands on each other.
Yeah, of course.
Man United, it's all pally, nice. That's it. And the biggest worry of this side is that I think Ollie's come into that club. I don't know what's behind the scenes, so I'm just speculating. I have zero evidence, but I can only go by from what Jose was. Jose was toxic. What he did with the players. He lost the ball. He lost the players. Long time ago before they even got sacked. Ollie's come in and been too nice, but now your job's on the line, mate. You got to be ruthless. If somebody's playing badly, you don't like what they're doing on that pitch, off. Somebody else gets their chance.
Of course.
But we don't have that because we have. They give me everything they got, but they're giving you dog at the moment. They're giving you dog shite.
But then Danny Blind come out, and he's putting it. What
he
player
was a baller. He was a brilliant player.
You know what I mean? And he's saying Man United don't have an identity. They don't have a style of play. They don't have this and that. I mean, we've been talking for 2 years, but
I gotta give it up to you, Saeed. You did call it. And to be fair, I wasn't not calling it. I was just give him time to put a method in place. And the method that I'm still waiting.
It's coming for the post. Has it come for the post?
I'm still waiting, bro. I'm still waiting, mate. You know what I mean? I remember me and you, Aaron, outside my former where I used to work. Right?
Big up.
We're outside and we said we'll give him 2 years. And Aaron was the same. Aaron was like, you were like, nah, I'm done after the Newcastle because you was talking about Newcastle. You got spun mentally. You got spun. Newcastle,
got spun, mate.
The what they called the brothers,
the twins, the Longstaff twins.
the Longstaffs. got in his head, lived in his head for that weekend. Anyway, so when we come back, we're doing a show outside my former workplace, the venue where I used to work, and we was like, we'll give him 2 years to implement. Because in the beginning side, the first 6 months, he sold me a dream.
He sold everyone a dream.
Listen, he sold me a dream.
Yeah.
That's why I was singing Ollie at the Wheel like nobody like
that was the best song ever.
Listen, and
now I don't even sing it.
At the end, to me, is the players now. And I said to you this season, I told you already, there's zero excuses. There is so, and I told you about Ronaldo signing. Yeah. With that comes tenfold pressure.
It does,
and that's what's happening.
Yeah.
So,
but why can't our coach? You know, would Ronaldo be a problem for any other team? I know Juventus, they had some problems yesterday, but still was top scorer. You know what I mean, in the Serie A, or ahead of Lukaku, who at the time won the league. We always seem to make a problem out of everything. Sancho comes in, we can't get the best out of him. Pogba comes in, we can't get the best out of him. It's always a problem with United. Have you noticed that? No,
it's where players go to die, mate. We're that type of club where players go to die.
You know, like we're always that kind of club where everything is a problem rather than a solution.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean? Like we have the most best right winger, up and coming, younger.
But we don't even play him on the right wing.
But we play him on the left wing, and then he can't get his form because Greenwood's on the right, and he scores goals. So where did he put Greenwood? We have a player in Martial who scores 23 goals, or how much he scored? 17 goals that season. The next season he flops, or he doesn't play well for one reason or the other. I don't know. You know what I mean? Then it's like it's always a problem at United.
I told you it's coaching. It goes sometimes what's happening.
But then he said it, Danny Blind. The coaching,
it's the coaching,
is not good enough.
No, it's not.
You know, they give him 4-year contracts.
Even a Bayern man and his dog can tell you that.
Yeah, even the Cats will tell you that.
Scholes is like, I'm not having any of that. It's going to be interesting when we go away, when the games will be on. I'll be putting it on here.
Yeah. The Leicester game as well.
Scholes will be like shaking his head.
Yeah. Honestly.
What is that? What is that? What's Man United?
And honestly, when you look at the fixtures, right, you've got Leicester away, which I thought I was confident, but after international break, you know, they haven't got many. Vardy will be fresh. You know, certain players in their team will be fresh because there weren't many internationals going on, by the way. It was just Euro nations and here and there. They'll be fresh. They'll be ready. You know, I don't think the African players went away, Nigeria and all them. I don't think they went away. So when you look at Nuruddin, you got them, Atalanta, Liverpool, Atalanta. I think
City. Is it City? I think it's City. I think it might be City. Yeah.
No, it might be Tottenham and then.
Oh, Watford and then Tottenham then City.
No, I'll check it now actually.
Tottenham then City, and then it's Chelsea and Arsenal in the wings.
We've got Leicester, Atalanta.
Can I have a coffee?
Oh, what's he said?
Somebody's like, give Ollie a coffee. I think he needs one more stronger than that.
So we got Leicester, Atalanta at home, Liverpool at home, Tottenham away, Atalanta away. Yeah. Man City away, Man City at home.
Then Watford
with the new manager in Ranieri.
And then Villarreal
away.
Then Chelsea.
Then Arsenal. And then even Crystal Palace, mate. I'm listening Vieira ball. And then I'm Young Boys. And then Norwich away. Norwich away is probably where I can maybe rest. But even then, you never know. You know what I mean? If they're surviving, and you know, because you know what happens is it when you have them teams here and they have no wins all season. Remember Watford?
Of course. Listen, every team who went down beat us every season. Every team there's always one or two teams going down.
Then Brighton at home. Then Newcastle maybe with a couple of players. You know, honestly, man, it's not the greatest run, man. And the way we're playing Nuruddin, I just don't see how he survives. I know people talk about Juju. He's got that Juju. You know what I mean? There's always... I love that, you know, how Juju, you know, before back in the day, man, it was just a black man's thing, you know what I mean? Like, it was like, you know, the culture. Now everyone's using...
Because that's what the culture is.
That's what the girl is, exactly.
The culture changes the language.
Yeah, man.
Listen, Juju just means magic. Magic, and that's what Ollie's got. He pulls it out the hat.
Yeah.
He pulls it out the hat. That's all it is.
But can he pull it out the hat?
But there's a way, actually, the Juju is a way to demonize black people and go, black people are wrong. And so there is this witchcraft or whatever. But I'm glad now people see it as a positive and people take ownership of it.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
It's a Juju. Juju means that, it's just luck. And say luck, but magic. And that's what they call black magic. Because they were like, that's where they come with it. It's got horrific racial connotations.
Yeah, of course.
Linked with Africa and saying witchcraft and all of this or whatever. It's just people's.
Why can't we have that Juju for the league then?
Listen, it's people, that's people, the people where the people live. And people's spiritualities and different African spiritualities. That's what that is, mate. I just look at it, Saeed. I think the Juju's run around. Juju always sometimes runs out. Yeah. So, you know what?
I'm surprised you haven't been the Ollie Juice, man. He's never been here like for a while now.
You know what? He'll be back.
They're
we're
going
only
to do Man
struggling
City.
when we're in the struggles.
We're here
He'll
after
be
Man
back.
City and Liverpool defeat.
I'm definitely going to need some of that juice, mate.
Oh my God, because I don't stop seeing me.
I need some of that health.
When you look at it, you know, Nuruddin, yeah, it's the way we're playing, Nuruddin, and the midfield that we've got. Even people are saying like Fred's out, you know. I'm telling you now, it'll be Pogba, McTominay, and they won't be able to, you know, even like, you know, Donny won't get a chance. So anyone thinking that Donny will get a chance,
Like Donny's had a rest. He's not been anywhere. He's been in a training for a couple of weeks now.
and
Training.
they're still
working
taking
hard.
photos of him and his piss. I've seen the photos, by the way. Just him just sulking, and you know he's not ready for it. You know what I mean? He looks like he's not want to be there. But yet again, you know what I mean? Like,
Newcastle, mate. Wink, wink. Newcastle.
you know what? They'll take him, man.
Pogba, Iman Pogba, Matic.
Yeah.
We might need a holder.
Yeah.
One of the what's happened
Yeah.
to the long staffs, sir? The two long staffs, anyway. What's going
Well,
on?
I don't know. I think the other
Whitby
brother.
Bay.
I don't know. Probably
In the
you know what I mean?
Northern Conference.
I don't think they'll
Northern
play
Prem.
anymore.
Northern Prem.
It's true though. That'll be the sad reality, mate. You know what I mean? They'll be there, but you know when you look at the problem with Ronaldo up top, and I know people say problem, but that's because it's Oli.
So I'll
I'll
give you a little point.
Yeah.
Give me my 2 pence on that. When
Yeah.
Ronaldo was there in the time when we were doing bits, Tevez and Rooney worked so hard off the ball.
Yeah.
So for Ronaldo to be in those positions.
Yeah.
So forget even about what Benzema did. People go, oh, Benzema. No. At Man United, Ronaldo, you have to, because if you're going to have he's a luxury player.
Yeah.
He's a luxury
He
player,
is,
Saeed,
he is.
right? And Fergie realised that. So he was special because he does one of the most difficult things you do in football. What's that? Put the ball in the back of the net.
Yeah.
So the team sacrificed. That's why Wayne Rooney played left, right. The Tevez did exactly the same, ran for him. And he had Hargreaves, Scholes, Carrick. You got creative players, but also everybody who worked it hard. But Ronaldo was expected just to put the ball on the back of the net. And so it's not changed. And now, so we're not even that level of team where everybody's working out of the ball. Bruno has a free role, whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
He's one guy that would say what position he's not even a number 10. He's the furthest forward guy we've got in our team.
That's
when
the
you're
thing.
at the stadium, you see it more clearly. I swear, you see it more clearly, right?
It's like everyone's here.
At the end of the day,
like,
no defensive discipline put on Pogba and Bruno.
Yep.
To me, we have to go with 4-3-3. If Ollie's going to come back and try to save this season,
4-3-3.
the pivot has to go.
Yeah.
The pivot has to go.
But then have you got a natural holding player? Like, he won't play Matic.
But also Saeed, he has to for now till he get to January, and then you got to get rid of one of these guys.
Yeah, and you got to probably go buy a player in January.
Yeah.
Before Newcastle come in. You know, before Newcastle come in for Tuchemeni. You know, because they will be now looking at Newcastle's project.
Listen.
And that'll be a project now, did. United at a minute, it feels like a project. And a lot of people, you said talk about long-term vision. Is this my United team long-term though?
No.
Varane 28, Maguire 29, Bruno 27, Pogba 29 in March. You know, you're looking at the players, Ronaldo.
Pogba's going to be going.
No, I'm just, exactly though.
Yeah.
So when you
next
look at,
season,
is it a long-term project?
Donny could be going. Donny could be going. Matic will be another year older, so next season. So
Yeah.
Donny's going either in January or the summer, and I'll be shocked if it's the summer because he's got to go in January.
Yeah, it'll be shocked.
Pogba's going. Matic is a year older by the time it comes to the summer.
Yeah, he'll be 35 in the summer.
So we'll stop with Fred and McFred, mate.
Yeah.
McFred on, and then maybe bringing back the youngster from Nottingham Forest.
Imagine that, Nuruddin. You know what I mean? Imagine.
At least he can play the CDM role.
You know what, man?
He's doing it in a championship,
Yeah.
and it's quite a competitive league.
And the way he places the ball, at least he places it forward.
Ghana, yeah. So for me, that's what I see. I see us. The fact that he didn't buy anybody, and Ollie didn't even want it. He didn't want anybody. That's the thing. Everyone's like Declan Rice. He gave interviews like, well, sometimes players and. What's the point in buying the players for buying the players if the player's not available?
True.
And I'm sorry, but that's just this lackey talk for the Glazer cover to cover for the Glazers.
Yeah, it is.
That to me is Glazer cover. That's Fergie saying there's no value in the market.
Yeah, exactly.
And you might as well forget about it, guys. I'll say it again, and I'll say it till the grave.
Cars come home, yeah.
No, I'll say it now. If Declan Rice is worth 70 or 80 million, you might as well pack up support of the sport. You might as well pack up and football is finished. If Declan Rice is worth that, I know we got away with Maguire. If Man United to buy the most, he's worth 55 million at the most.
But you got to add British tax though, innit?
Nah, mate,
You know,
I'm
you
not.
got to add it.
No, I'm not here.
It's almost a custom. It's like, you know,
I'm not
it's
here
like
for
waking up
British
and brushing your teeth now. It's British tax.
I'm not here for that though. I'm not here for that. So for Man United, to me,
Or United could have given Jesse Lingard, and then that could have been part of the deal.
Yeah, it could have been, but Man United don't do that, though, do they? So don't
That's
do what
why,
the next
glazing on.
And the other thing that since we last saw each other, your boy mate has been at the wheel.
At the
Your boy
wheel,
mate is coming out
No.
telling us we're gonna play attacking football, quick
Yeah.
attacking football, and I'm like,
And guess who we got as well?
You-
The dating analyst who will somehow, know it. And I'm going to call. So imagine you're the dating analyst now. I'm Murta. So, what are you going to do? What's your style?
what's my style? Punch 5, 6, 7 numbers, 5, 6 into a computer and see what comes up. It's like spreadsheet, mate. Listen,
Can you send that to Ollie, by the way? Oh, no, Ollie, no. McFred's my team midfield.
Listen, it's not even that. Listen, data analysis in football is really good, right?
It's really good, but then if you've got Ollie,
there are clubs who use it, right?
I know, I understand.
Successfully use it.
Liverpool
use it.
Yeah.
There's Danish. I think Brentford use it. There are some teams that use it, right, and use it very efficiently. And those in the comments will let us know the teams that use it. In Scandinavia, it's quite big. There are a lot of clubs
but can I ask a
that are
question?
progressive-minded thinking, understanding.
How can you? Does the buck stop when you have McFred in there? Because it almost becomes a 6 midfield, 6 defence. How are you going to structure a whole attack? Yeah, you can't. If you were to say Donny and Matic, one holding, Donny as an 8, Bruno, they can be a 3. You know what I mean? They can advance. You know what I mean? Like.
I just want Ollie just to try one big game to play Van der Beek, Donny, and Bruno on Pogba. Just one of them that's disciplined and berates and try and see how composed we are on the ball.
Yeah.
We're not daft. Ollie's try to pull one over our eyes. The difference in fluidity through our midfield when those two numpties are not in the team.
Yeah.
It's clear for everybody to see. We're not struggling to put the ball through the middle. We're not struggling for tempo through the midfield because both Donny and Matic pass the ball forward. Yeah. Now, does that mean that defensively they're great? No. But guess what, people? No. McTominay and Fred are not great either. So get that into your head. All these excuse merchants. Well, no. We concede goals right, left, and centre. We do with them in it, and sometimes it's their fault.
Yeah.
Like people coming out blaming that goal for West Ham in the League Cup for Donny. So why are you not playing for Fred and McTominay then for the goals that we've conceded against?
Leicester remember away and all them goals. Yeah. Let me ask you a question. Leicester, do we get 3 points out of that?
Their defence is dodgy. If Ronnie's on a good day and we can just
I think we'll win that.
Listen, if we hope and pray.
Yeah.
It's just like from now on, if McFred are in the team, it's strictly hope and pray.
And there you go. You know what I mean? I might as well just leave it like that then because Fred will be back after the Atlanta game and it'll be McTominay and Fred for that game. Best believe that. So for me, I don't know, mate, and I think it could be worrying, man. We could be out of the Champions League by the next international break. We could be out of the Champions League.
So when's the game? See, this Saturday or Sunday?
Saturday, 3 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah, Lindelof. All right, okay, he's got a baby, by the way. So big up to Lindelof.
Congratulations to Lindelof.
I think his injuries. I was like, bloody hell, that means Joe Jones will be here definitely. But yeah,
the Lindelof family just has got his personal phone number. They've just texted him.
They've just texted me now. You know what I mean? Big up to him, but yeah. Let's hope and pray with United. Let me know in the comments as well. What do you think? How many points are we getting out of the game? Will Ollie survive? Will his time at United be up?
Not with McFred. I can't see it unless it's the ultimate juju then. If we go through this next 6, 7, 8 games
and he survives,
McFred,
I think he's here for the next 2 years. And if he survives this, you know what I mean? I'll be honest with you. He's here for the next 2 years. If he survives this and gets wins out of Man City and Liverpool, he is.
To sum it up, Saeed, I'll say this to you. The only way they'll never sack him. The only way he goes in January is if Ronaldo and the boys kick off.
Yeah.
If he loses his dressing room, and Ronaldo is the leader in the pack of that.
Yeah.
And Ronaldo's working with his agent.
Yeah. Mendes,
to bring about some proper coaching in this football club.
What about Mendes as a coach? Tell you what,
honestly, see how Wolves play.
Yeah,
plays season football. And the only other thing is that he'll be going in the summer. I think if Ollie's not winning any trophy and we finish 4th, there might be a way for him to walk. Like you would think deep down he would look in the mirror and go, "I've taken this as far as I can." But we hope. But we're not like any other football team. So
any other people be sacked right now.
We're not like any other football team because the bankers still don't know what they're doing. People.
Yeah.
That is the thing I have to always stress.
Yeah.
Getting a quick fix here, there, Conte, the man who wears a wig. I'll be running on that pitch, taking that wig off, mate. I'm telling you now.
Conte's at the wheel.
No, oh my God.
I will sing that today, honestly.
Sorry?
I would love to sing that.
Oh, man.
But anyway, people, I'm going to wrap up the podcast here.
Conte wears a wig.
We are good.
Keep your hands on the wheel. Man, that fixing the wig, you know, in the mirror, you know.
Leave his wig alone, man.
Crash the car.
People, make sure you like the video. You know what I mean? It's free to like. Make sure you just like it right now, people. Make sure you subscribe to the Straightjacket podcast 146. Make sure you subscribe to Nordy. Let's get into 5k, people, man. As soon as I want to get there by the end of the year, Nordy. I think it's possible. Let's get Nordy into 5k. Link is in the description. Link is in the title. Like the video. Subscribe to him. I will see you after the Leicester game. Let's hope for 3 points. Hope and pray.
We hope and pray. That's at the wheel. The biggest thing is at the wheel is hope and praise.
Hope and pray.
Hope and praise at the wheel.